Hello. So, I'm D. I run FTO. I know it's not much, but it's mine. So if you don't like it, there's that. Anyways, if you follow my Facebook, it's same name. I didn't put anything on there about this, maybe like a video, but I have also Facebook groups that you have to venture into, and like I know like saying this kind of stuff is sacrilege, but don't care. Anyways, I want to talk about the TV show Sex Education. I probably should have put, marks on top of Sex Education, the show that I'm talking about, the TV show, not actually sexual education. That may have been a better idea. Too little, too late. It's whatever. Anyways, I like this show. I don't really care much for what Netflix does because honestly, if you watch Netflix shows, they do the same thing over and over again. They build you up with a okay story, like not great, it's just okay, with like one or two stupendous episodes. Like, oh my god, this episode's so good. Then they wind you back down after that episode and just makes you just sit there and watch other stuff as it's progressed because it's supposed to be binge, not watch episodically. Like, you're not supposed to just sit back and watch it and like take something away from that episode. You're supposed to watch it full speed ahead. Okay, I'm done. That's how you're supposed to watch Netflix shows. And this didn't have that pace to it. And that's why I like it. It had more of a, each one of these characters have their own stories to tell, and you should listen. Like from Otis to Maeve, like they all had different stories. They all had different constructs to who they are and what made them certain characters. Like even like the minor characters, like Otis's mom, Jean. Even her character has something about her that made her different than the rest of the characters on the show, and I appreciated that. Like I like that. I like the fact that she had her own feel, her own style, that made you want to take part in her life, even though you wouldn't see her as much on that show as you would see Otis or Maeve or all the other characters who attended the school and had more of a visible role to play with the character who's our protagonist, Otis, who wasn't so protagonist at times. He was a very flawed kid, very very smart, very educated by both his mother and his absentee father, but it was he had a lot of follies in his life trying to find out who he was. I suppose his youth played a part in that, and that was interesting. It was interesting to see. That's part of the reason why I liked it. Then you saw the gritty side of the show that goes along with that, with his best friend, whose name is escaping me right now. Sadly enough, that's bothering me. But the inner workings of his best friend and the struggles that that character went through to find out, this is who I am. This is what I want to be. No one's gonna tell me otherwise, even my father. And like, when you look at the show, you realize that character respected his father so much that his word was bond to him, even though he wanted to be who he was. And then when that one moment, spoiler alert, at one moment where that character had something very bad happen to him, he still realized like his father was right. I guess I shouldn't say still. He realized that his father was right and held on to that. Like that made him change who he was, make a 180. Like, this is who I am now. I'm gonna be a lot more like my dad. Be very low key, under the radar, not as flamboyant as I was before. And that progression, I would watch a spin-off show just about that character whose name I've forgotten. Sorry, I feel bad. And that bothers me. I forgot the name of that character. But it was good. I loved the show. I thought it was great. I can go back and watch it again and still feel pretty pretty surprised, pretty astounded by the amount of knowledge that this one character who's supposed to be a child has inside of him. And it wasn't annoying. It wasn't too in your face. It wasn't high strong. It wasn't too fast paced. It took it time to tell you about all these other characters. It took it time to help all of them progress to where we saw them, like where we saw them land towards the end. And you saw, like, you know, different attributes in all of them towards the end of the show. Like, you saw betrayal, you saw lust, you saw a lot of melancholy with some of them. Not all of them, mind you, just some of them. And you saw it's a rat walking across where I live. That's disturbing. Jeez. I live in a not so nice place, so let's put it like that. But you saw a lot of different ebb and flow with all the characters too, especially with each other. A lot of disappointments from everyone across the board. Just disappointments as far as the eye can see. And I believe it will get a second season. I do. I just hope that when it does get a second season, they don't copy what they did the first season. Because if they copy what they did the first season, it's gonna be fucking disappointing. Like, I mean it. It's gonna be so disappointing to see that again. And I don't want that. I don't want to see like the same thing I've already seen. I want to see something different. I want to see these characters grow into something else, something different, like something that either they respect or hate about themselves. And I don't know if that spirit, if that magic can be captured again. I don't know if it can. I would like it to be captured again, but I don't know. I don't know if it can. It was a good show. Had a lot of hit and miss episodes, but it was nice to see that world, even though I thought it took place in the 80s for a while. It was nice to see it. It was fun. So that's all I have to say about that. I hope you guys like sexual education. If you don't like sex education, yeah. I'm not gonna say leave messages down below. I don't care if you guys do that or not. I'm not doing this for the big bucks. That's the other guy. Let the other guys do that. Leave your comments down below. Let us know how you thought about the show. It wasn't like it. Did you not like it? Why didn't you like it? I don't do shit like that. That's boring. So take it easy. I think I did something wrong. I'm trying like to stop this from happening, but it's there we go. Swipe down. Jeez, I'm such a fucking noob at this shit.